Assalamu alaikum, shalom, grüß Gott, bonjour, privet, dobar dan, namaste, and welcome to this video. In this one, I will talk about the NAD C356BEE. Now, I will talk about the sound quality, and therefore I think this will be a short video. I always tried it without the equalizers and at low to mid volumes. I tried it also at high volumes using my ELAC Vela speakers on the left and the right. In one of my next videos I will compare it to the Active AM200 by ELAC, but for this video I will concentrate on my observations using this amp. Now let me tell you why I bought this one. Maybe 2 years ago I bought the Technics SUG Mark 1 back then. And I asked the guy why he's selling it, and he told me he has the ELAC Vela. I had the Focal Aria at that point, and he told me he has the ELAC Vela, the ones I have now, and the performance of the ELAC Vela using this amp is unrivaled, he said. And alright, I just kept it and I knew I would like to try this amp one day, but I didn't have the Vela. I tried so many other amps, so I postponed it. Now I have the Vela for maybe a year now, and I really like it. And now I had the chance to get my hands on this amp. This, I would say, insider as a match with the ELAC Vela series. I don't know if it sounds, I guess it sounds amazing with the, no, I don't want to say amazing. I think it sounds good with the ELAC Carina 2, but I'm just guessing here. I only listened to it with my ELAC Vela, and I can compare the performance of this beautiful amp. It's not that deep, so it's okay with furniture or on furniture. The sideboard has a depth of 40 centimeters, so it's absolutely fine. I'm using Ölbach cables. Now, so I will compare the sound to the sound I did get using the Audiolab 6000A Play and the, where is it? Sonoro Maestro. In this case, I was streaming Cobus using this tiny Google Chromecast All Audio device, and as my DAC, my beloved DAC box S2 Plus by Project. Now, I will start now. Was the guy right? I think he wasn't wrong, because I liked the sound with my ELAC Velas even more. I think top to bottom the control was even better with the 6000A Play. But this NAD has a fullness to it. I mean, the mid-range, the treble and the bass is so fleshed out. It is really lush, and I like that. And funny enough, lush means the exact opposite in German. And in German, when you say lush, it rather means something like thin or light. And this is not thin and this is not light sounding. It has bass punch, it has a It makes the vela sound punchy in the bass. It has a beautiful tone in the mid-range, and I would say lively treble. So I will write it down in the comments, because BEE is a famous amp designer, and unfortunately he passed away. Rest in peace. And this is one of his gifts to us, and I would really put it like this, out of respect and enjoyment for what he gave us. Now, this amp doesn't sound as crisp as the 6000A Play. I think the 6000A Play sounds even a little bit faster. I guess it is what a lot of people call Pratt, this what is it? Rhythm and timing. What is the first one? The P. I don't know. I will write it down. I'm sure you know what it is. I can't remember it right now. Pratt. Okay. Now, the timing, fast. If there are instruments that play very fast, the 6000A Play is a bit better in distinguishing all the instruments, and I guess it is a little bit more transparent than this NAD. But what this NAD gives me is a very mature sound. It is, like I said, very lush, very colorful sounding. And that is the reason why I could live with this amp and this speakers without missing something, even though I know it could get better, but you know, it could always be better. In this case, it is a sound which is so enjoyable and at the same time detailed enough for me to not miss detail, and I really like it. And one thing I would emphasize is the mid-range clarity. The voice of the singer, in this case I'm listening to Jacob Collier a lot, maybe for a few months now, and tonally and regarding the presence of the voice, this amp sounds right. So if you consider how cheap you can get this amp, it is crazy. Because talking about the price, even if you would buy it new when it came out, when it was released, it was just $5.99, and this is an integrated amplifier. You can, this module system, MDC, you can have it with a DAC, you can have it with a phono input for MC and MM. So I would say this is an insider for everyone who doesn't know it, because if I'm honest, I would maybe, I have to do more comparisons, but I would maybe keep it, sound-wise, keep it over the Sonoro Maestro, because this one, again, with my Vela, sounds a bit snappier, a bit crisper, a bit livelier. And to be honest, this amp gives me everything with the Elag Vela. I always have to say, it is in my room with my speakers, and of course it is my taste. I'm just talking about, I'm just telling you what I think, what I feel, and I really like this NAD C, so it's the classic line 356BEE. There is a bigger brother, that's the C375BEE. Maybe I will test that one day, but I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. So if you consider how cheap you can get this integrated amp, this is this is really crazy, and I'm not exaggerating. This is really crazy because this is hi-fi. There are some amps I would consider calling good Bluetooth quality sound, but this is hi-fi. Again, in my opinion, it gives me this treble bliss. It gives me this lush mid-range and this fast, snappy bass that is so rhythmic. I don't know if I should continue because this is it. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments below. If you want to know how the knob feel is, it's not that good, to be honest. It's a plastic knob, but you know, you have to cut costs at some points, and I guess that's it. Maybe they didn't use the most expensive materials, but the sound is what gets me. And this really sounds very good. Very good. I would say the 6000A Play is the beginning of the amazing territory, and this is almost there. Almost there. And I am unfair. Please keep that in mind, because I only talk about one speaker. I would have to test it with different speakers. Maybe I would call it amazing then. Maybe I wouldn't call the 6000A Play amazing if I had tested it with different speakers, but I only tested it with the Elag Vela. I think the Elag Vela is an amazing speaker. I have no doubt that this is an amazing speaker. Top to bottom, this is crazy. And this amp really makes them sound very good. In my opinion, the 6000A Play made them sound amazing. And there are so many amps to test if I want to get the best out of my speakers. I've heard that the Moon Ace sounds amazing with this Elag Vela, and the Elag Alchemy speaker, the Elag Alchemy amp itself, and so on and so forth, or the Marantz Model 40N, or the AVM amps, which are very expensive. So I guess I will not test them in the near future. But back to this amp. If you are on a budget and you want an amazing sounding amp, this is it. I have no hesitation recommending this amp as a integrated amplifier. So if you have any questions, write them down. I will try my best to answer within a few minutes or hours. And have a nice day or night whenever you watch this. And if you have the chance, always listen for yourself. In my opinion, that's the best way to go. It's not the only way to go, but it is the best way to go. So, see you in the next video. Bye bye.